15 things you didn't know about BMW. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Hello, Aluxers. It's great to have you with us again. Today we have a list of new exciting facts that we want to share with you about one of the kingpins of the automotive industry, who, with its round blue and white logo, was able to carve its name into the minds of every automotive enthusiast. We're talking about Bavarian Motor Works, or BMW, the world's second most valuable brand at an estimated value of $27 billion. From its headquarters in the German state of Bavaria, BMW took off 1 century ago in 1917 under its previous name, Rapp Motors, which produced airplane engines during the First World War. Today, the brand generates north of 90 billion euros per year in sales revenues. With that being said, here are 15 things you didn't know about BMW. Number 1. BMW built an airplane engine for the German Air Force in World War I. During the war, there was a need for airplane engines on the German side, so a small company called Rapp Motors merged with airplane maker Otto Werk in order to satisfy war needs. The engines they made were called the greatest engine in World War I by the legendary German fighter Manfred von Richthofen, popularly known as the Red Baron. Rapp Motorenwerk GmbH, the aircraft engine manufacturer that resulted from this merger, underwent several other mergers and changes to become, in the end, BMW AG. Number 2. The Treaty of Versailles is the reason BMW got into cars in the first place. When Germany lost the First World War, it was banned from producing any warplanes or warplane engines according to the Treaty of Versailles that was signed following the war. Since BMW's original business was producing war engines under the name Rapp Motorenwerk, its business was completely taken out. It started to produce motorbikes at the same time, but unsatisfied with being so limited, it decided to diversify. That is when it introduced its first car, BMW 315, or as it was first named, the Dixie 315. It was a hit at the time and remains to this day an icon of classic automobiles. Number 3. The BMW logo was a blend of the Rapp Motor logo and the national colors of Bavaria. The common notion that the iconic BMW logo is a spinning propeller is completely false. When BWF was founded, Rapp Motors was one of its main constituents. When BWF turned into BMW in the year 1917, the Rapp Motor logo was adopted, along with the blue and white colors of the German state of Bavaria, where the company was, and still is, based. Number 4. BMW made the 1937 record for the fastest motorcycle in the world. Another iconic vehicle of BMW's was the aerodynamically deft and supercharged motorcycle that ran at 173.7 miles per hour. At that time, such a speed was a breakthrough in the automotive industry. Although the bodywork covered the rider, and so a rider would be almost trapped in it in case of emergency, it was still the fastest in its realm, and is still remembered as one of the epic inventions of BMW. Number 5. The most expensive BMW vehicle is the Nazca M12. Topping all the price tags ever put on a BMW production is the Nazca M12 with an estimated value of $1.1 million. The reason we say estimated is that this car has been surrounded by an aura of mystery akin to that around the Batmobile. Designed in 1991, the Nazca M12 can easily compete with any other BMW vehicle, with an advantage of 26 years of technological advancement. With its V12 engine, the Nazca hits the 200 miles per hour mark and can get from 0 to 60 in less than 4 seconds. So basically, this vehicle was built in 1991 for the future. As for its price, there is no official tag to be set on it, but rather collectors' speculations are what set the Nazca's price. In 2011, a collector put one on the market at a price of $1.1 million, but the speculations claim an estimated value for this car that reaches the $3 million mark at times. Also, it has not been officially declared how many Nazca M12s have been produced, but again, the speculations say there are about 3 of these bad boys out there. If any of you Aluxers spot a Nazca M12 rumbling in the vicinity, that would make for one hot video. Number 6. BMW made its first all-electric car back in 1972. BMW debuted this all-electric version of its extremely popular car at the time, the 1602, at the 1972 Munich Olympics. However, the breakthrough was faded out by the famous tragedy that took place at the event. The car had 12 batteries and drove up to 19 miles at a time. It wasn't exactly a marketable product, but rather an engineering exercise. It basically carved its name on the first steps of the electric car development ladder. Number 7. The BMW headquarters is designed in the shape of a BMW engine. The BMW headquarters has the shape of a 4-cylinder engine, which is a vital heritage of BMW. These 4-cylinder engines have been behind the production of every possible fuel-efficient car since BMW introduced them. It's the same engine that went into the plane the legendary Red Baron said carried the best engine in World War I. Isn't it just astounding how much history BMW carries? Number 8. BMW designs train and airplane interiors. There is no end to BMW's ability to provide luxury. Not limiting itself to cars and motorbikes, BMW makes breathtaking interior designs for some of the top airlines in the world. A flight on one of the planes they designed internally for Singapore Airlines would show you the true meaning of flying in luxury. Also, the BART system that is planned to be installed in replacement to some of the trains in San Francisco will include some of BMW's fine interior designs. Number 9. BMW produced its own Lamborghini vehicle. In the 1970s, BMW and Lamborghini agreed on building a race car as a joint project. The deal went that BMW would provide the engine and a few suspension bits, while Lamborghini would do the rest. In a moment that still counts as historic in corporate dealings, Lamborghini suddenly pulled out. BMW decided to go on with the project solely, so they hit the factory and came up with the legendary M1, the first in BMW's M series. Number 10. BMW produces Mini Cooper and RollsRoyce cars. The automotive industry is one of the most vital industries you can come across. One day this brand is with this company, the next it's with that company, and it's pretty tough to keep track. In 1994, BMW acquired the Mini brand, and 8 years later, in 2002, it completely acquired the Rolls-Royce brand. So that means that 2 of the biggest and most popular British car brands are actually made in Germany. BMW had to pay $40 million just for the rights to Rolls-Royce's iconic Spirit of Ecstasy hood ornament. We made an earlier video talking in detail about Rolls-Royce that you must see. Number 11. BMW almost became part of Mercedes in the 1950s. BMW was about to go bankrupt in 1959 due to various reasons, including the Cold War. Who else would make use of such a situation but its arch-nemesis, Mercedes? Seeing the opportunity ripe to contain its rival, Mercedes' parent company, Daimler-Benz, decided to take over BMW. BMW was determined not to let that happen, so they decided to fight back. People from each and every level of employees in the BMW organization started buying back the shares. A man named Herbert Quandt was able to save the company by raising his shares to 50%, and his family still owns a large portion of BMW. It would not have been fun to lose the BMW-Mercedes lovers' rivalry because of this takeover. Number 12. BMW didn't design its first car. The first BMW car, the Dixie, was actually an English Austin. It was built by Bantam in the US and by Dat Sun in Japan. When Austin designed the car, it intended for it to be used under license by various dealerships around the world. We can say that BMW was the top dog among its global competitors. Number 13. BMW parts can be transferred from one vehicle to another without any trouble. BMW cars are considered similar to Legos. since you can take a part from a BMW car and put it in another car from a completely different series, and it would still be compatible. Number 14. BMW has a tradition of getting in on the April Fool's Act. BMW started its April Foolery tradition in the 1980s. Since then, it has been publishing strange and often hilarious adverts, particularly in the UK on April Fool's Day. Sometimes, even BMW Canada joins in on the fun. Number 15. The signature front-face grills that we see on all BMWs are called kidney grills. Whenever we see face grills on a car, we know we're looking at a BMW. The kidney grills debuted in 1933, and since then, they have become instantly indicative of a BMW. With all that said, we are curious to know, Aluxers, which series of the BMW collection best portrays your dream vehicle? For those of you who stayed around this far, we have a bonus fact for you. BMW did not make the iconic BMW 3.0 Series E9. Although it is one of the most iconic BMW designs, the car wasn't actually produced by BMW. The car was assembled in Osnabrück by Karmann. Karmann has produced many vehicles under each of VW, BMW, Mercedes, and even Renault. We're hoping all of you Aluxers enjoyed our video about one of the great and extremely influential automakers, and we're looking forward to providing you with more exciting facts from the world of luxury. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxer. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. If you want more, we handpicked these videos you might enjoy, or head over to Alux.com for the best in fine living content on the planet. Be a part of the largest community of luxury enthusiasts in the world and tell your story.